Good day, students. It's time again for us to interact. And today, we are taking Citizenship Education under Civic Education. We are going to cover a number of things. What is Citizenship Education? Then, reasons why Citizenship Education is studied. Then the benefits, importance of Citizenship Education. Citizenship Education, or citizenship first. Let's try to explain what citizenship is. Citizenship has to do with the understanding of the legal rights of an individual in a particular country. The rights of an individual in a particular country. That is citizenship. Now, when we try to put in the education to the citizenship, that means it has to do with the study of the individual legal rights in a particular country. It implies that it has to do with you studying, knowing your rights as a citizen, your responsibility as a citizen, and why those rights and responsibility is bestowed on you as a citizen. How you need to function in a particular country, a particular state as a citizen. That is what citizenship education means. So it's very important. This kind of educational system is introduced into the Nigerian educational system to enable young individuals to be aware of their legal rights, to be aware of what they need to know about their rights as a citizen of a particular country. Because it has been noted that most individuals do not know what is expected of them to function effectively as a citizen of a particular country. Take for example, our country, Nigeria. Most young person does not know their civic rights. So that's why citizenship education is introduced into the educational system from the primary level to the secondary and then to the tertiary level, so that we can be aware of our civic rights. Now, why do we study citizenship education, or reasons why we study citizenship education? One, it produces students who are aware of their rights and their responsibility as students or as a member of a state. You have to be aware of your legal rights. If you are not aware of it, you cannot function well, or else you will not know what to do as a citizen of a particular country. So that's one reason why you need citizenship education as a student. Then number two, it helps students to be informed about social and political affairs. The social affairs of your country, the political affairs of your country. Do you know that as a Nigerian, you have the right to vote at a particular age? And there are times your right is restricted. What are those times that your right is restricted? Do you know? And what are your fundamental human rights as an individual that occupy a particular state or a particular country? That's why you need citizenship education. Then the third one is raising citizens who are concerned about the welfare of others. We are supposed to be our brother's keepers as a country, as a state, as a community. There are things we are supposed to do for others. There are things we are supposed to, there are some civic responsibility we are supposed to carry out for each other. If you don't know these civic rights, you won't be able to carry them out. So that's why you need citizenship education. It trains students who are capable of having an influence in the world. How do you influence the world? And that has to do with your political awareness, your social awareness, how you have to interact with your state and the international environment. So that's another reason why you need citizenship education. It produces citizens who are active in their community. What are the duties you need to perform for your community? The kind of community kind of interaction that are carried out within a community, and that helps to better the life of those who live around your community and make you a responsible individual as an individual who belongs to that community. That's another reason why you need citizenship education. Then what's another reason why you need citizenship education? Raise people who are responsible in how they act as citizens. That's why I said earlier that there are times your right to vote might be restricted because of some kind of activity one has getting himself involved. This can restrict your right. So citizenship education help you to function as a good citizen. There are functions of a citizen that each individual is supposed to carry out. So being aware of what your citizenship right is will help you to function effectively in this kind of community. So your kind of being responsible as a citizen actually matters a lot. That's why you need citizenship education. So we have seen reasons why we study this course as a course of study. Whether you are in the primary school, secondary school, colleges, tertiary institution, whichever place you find yourself, you need to understand how you as a student, how you as an adult, how you as a young individual needs to interact with your society as a citizen of a particular country. Now let's go further to the benefits or the importance of citizenship education. Why is citizenship education important? Why is it beneficial? Why do we need it as members of our state or of our country, Nigeria? Number one is that it helps the young ones to develop self-confidence and successfully deal with significant life challenges and changes. If you know your rights, you know when your right is trampled on. If you know your right, you know when your right is neglected. And if you know your right, you'll be confident to defend it. You will know what to say and what not to say. And you will know what to do and what not to do. So, citizenship education helps the country you belong to produce young individuals who have self-confidence in themselves because they can defend their rights. And they can tell you when their rights are trampled on. That's one benefit why, or the importance why we study citizenship education. Then it gives the young ones a voice in life, either in their school or in the community where they live. Do you know that if you know what is right and do what is right, your voice thunders? Because you are doing the right thing, you are not afraid. You are doing the right thing. You don't have to fear if somebody is coming to intimidate you. And even if you are intimidated, you know how to handle matters because you already know your rights as an individual. So citizenship education is introduced for you to have a voice, for you to have that quality that will help you to speak out, for you to be able to know when to act and when not to act. That is another thing that citizenship education helps you to do. Then what is another benefit? It enables the young individual to make the expertise and experience needed to claim their rights and understand their responsibility, preparing them for challenges and opportunities of adulthood and in the working environment. You see that as student of citizenship education, you know your basic human laws and rights as it concerns the country you belong to. And you know what you are supposed to do as a civic right to your state, to your country, to your community. You equally know what you are to do and when to do them. So, if you are in your normal working environment or you are in the school environment, you know how to act. You know how to function. Do you know in our various jobs, there are laws, there are regulations guiding our job environment. Citizenship education will better equip you for these challenges. And because you have understanding of what the laws of your country holds out for you, you will know when you are marginalized, you will know when you are not doing well, and you will know how to adjust yourself to fit into the working environment, into your society, and into the world at large. Then, further, we are going to take more importance why we need civic education, the fourth one. Then a fourth reason why we need citizenship education is it inculcates in students the primary reason of good leadership and good followership. Everybody in a society must not be a leader, and everybody must not be a follower. So we must have leaders and we must have followers. Citizenship education will expose you to leadership qualities. If you are going to be a leader, how you have to lead your followers. Then if you are not going to be a leader, you want to be a follower, how will you be a responsible follower to your leader? Citizenship education will expose you to your duties, to your rights, to a kind of behavior you have to take up as a member of a state. Then another one, that it helps students to develop a sense of cooperation, a sense of harmony, a sense of tolerance, and a sense of accommodation. Citizenship education helps you to see how you tolerate others, how you accommodate others, how you are able to cooperate with other persons, and how you are able to work in harmony with others. So it's all about bringing peace, unity, harmony, togetherness in a society. The major reason why citizenship education is introduced into our normal educational system is to foster peace, to foster harmony, to foster togetherness, to foster good human relationship among members that interacts in their own member state or that interacts in their own community. So if you are learning this course and you don't know how to live in harmony with others, please take it seriously to see how you can live peacefully, how you can live in harmony, how you can cooperate with others, either in your working environment, either in your neighborhood, in your family, and in the society at large. That's another important, or that's another benefit why we need citizenship education. Then another one is it helps students to understand the consequences of their action and those of others around them. People act in a particular way. It's sort of their psychology. Why do they act in the way they act? How will you be able to fit into their own situation and see how you were able to help them or help yourself? That's another reason why you study citizenship education. And then, lastly, it helps students to develop an understanding of the nature and the scope of education so that they can be active citizens. The Nigerian educational system is not like the American kind of educational system. So citizenship education helps you to know the kind of educational system you have in your country. Like in Nigeria, the kind of educational system we have, you will understand how you can function, how you can go about your educational career, how you are going to be a responsible citizen as you belong to this country, Nigeria. So that is why we need citizenship education. Thank you for being part of this class. In our next class, we are going to talk about law and forms of laws.